lose them, that's a problem.
So it's a problem with big implications, not just for Albania, but for everyone.
Exactly. And then there's pollution. Albania's industrial sector is still pretty small, but it's growing. And with that comes the risk of more air and water pollution. Managing that growth sustainably is going to be crucial.
It's that balance, right? Economic development versus environmental protection. A lot of countries are struggling with that.
It is, and it's not easy. But one thing's for sure, ignoring the environmental costs of development, that's a recipe for disaster. Albania has a chance to learn from other countries' mistakes and do things differently.
It's good to know they have national parks and protected areas.
Yeah,
Shows they recognize the importance of conservation.
they do. And they've also signed international agreements, to protect biodiversity and fight climate change. But actually doing something, taking action, that's the hard part.
It's more than just words on paper. It's about changing behavior, changing policies, changing how people think about the environment.
Absolutely. It's about creating this culture of sustainability where protecting the environment is seen as essential, not just a nice idea, but something we have to do.
So shifting gears again, I was reading about some of the demographics in Albania. It seems like they have a pretty unique population structure.
They do. One of the most striking things is the Albanian diaspora. There are more ethnic Albanians living outside Albania than inside.
Wow, I had no idea it was that big. What are some of the historical reasons for that?
Centuries of migration, really. People have been leaving Albania for a long time. Waves of emigration during the Ottoman Empire, then again during the communist period, and more recently, for economic reasons. There are big Albanian communities in places like Italy, Greece, Germany, the US, Canada.
It makes you think about what it even means to be Albanian when so many people who identify with that heritage live somewhere else.
It's a question of identity, right? Belonging. How do culture and heritage get passed down when people are spread out like that? It's complicated, but it's fascinating. And it's something we'll dig into more as we explore Albanian culture.
That culture sounds really rich, given everything we've talked about already. Where do we even start?
Well, language is a good place. We already mentioned Geg and Tosk. But the Albanian language itself is really interesting. It's this example of linguistic resilience.
What do you mean by that?
Albanian is a language isolate. That means it's not related to any other language family in Europe. Scholars think it comes from the ancient Illyrian language, which somehow managed to survive centuries of Roman, Byzantine, and Ottoman rule.
So it's like this linguistic island, a survivor.
Yeah. It's a testament to how strong Albanian culture is.
Yeah.
And the fact that this unique language has survived is a source of pride for Albanians. It's a symbol of their identity, their connection to history.
The sources also mention various minority groups in Albania. Can you tell us more about that?
Albania, like many countries in the Balkans, has a multi-ethnic population. There are Greek, Macedonian, Roma, and